Welcome back to Rush and Beyond, where we see the world through artists' eyes and learn to express our own worlds. Takashi Murakami's Healing Sunflowers. Have you ever seen this colorful, smiling flower before? Maybe in a store, on a backpack, or even at the mall? At first glance, it might look like a simple little cartoon flower, but surprise! This famous flower is actually worth millions of dollars. So why do so many people around the world love this happy little sunflower? And why is it so special? To discover the secret behind this bright and cheerful flower, let's meet the artist who created it, Takashi Murakami. Takashi Murakami is a famous contemporary artist from Japan and the creator of a unique art style called super flat. But what does super flat mean? Imagine a drawing without shadows or realistic 3D effects. Everything looks bright, bold, and flat, almost like stickers, cartoon, or anime characters jumping off the page. Murakami gives his style the name super flat because his artwork keeps shapes simple, colorful, and easy to recognize. His art mixes together pop art, Japanese anime and manga, and traditional Japanese prints. Around the year 2000, this fun and eye-catching style became popular all around the world. Takashi Murakami was born in Tokyo, Japan in 1962. When he was a child, he loved watching anime and reading manga comics. His father worked as a taxi driver, and his mother was a homemaker. Even though his family wasn't rich, his mother often took him to art museums. After every visit, young Murakami would write and draw about the artworks he saw. Little by little, he fell completely in love with art and drawing. Murakami worked very hard to follow his dream. He took the entrance exam for art school 3 times before he finally got accepted into Tokyo University of the Arts. He studied there for many years, earned scholarships, and even completed a PhD degree. But his life after graduation was not easy. Murakami struggled financially and understood how difficult it could be to live without enough money. He decided that he wanted to make beautiful art while also building a successful career, so he began combining art with businesses in creative ways. Through his hard work and imagination, Murakami collaborated with fashion brands, designers, and companies around the world. He turned his colorful art into clothing, toys, advertisements, and famous art collections. Today, he is known not only as a great artist, but also as someone who showed the world that art can be both creative and inspiring. Let's take a look at some of Takashi Murakami's work. Let's look closely at Murakami's smiling sunflower. What makes Murakami's famous sunflower so special? Let's become little art detectives to find out together. The shape and structure. Murakami's sunflower is a very simple and easy to recognize design. It is made of 12 rounded petals arranged in a circle. The center of the flower is very large, almost half the size of the whole flower. The flower has 2 playful oval eyes and a big smiling mouth that makes it look cheerful and alive. Smooth, black lines outline the flower, and the colors are painted in a flat, cartoon-like style without shadows or realistic effects. Even though the flower looks simple, its balanced shapes and happy expression make it unforgettable. What does the flower mean? Murakami's smiling flower is more than just a cute picture. The flower represents the beauty of nature and life. The smiling face reminds people to stay positive, hopeful, and happy. Murakami created these flowers to bring joy and optimism to people, even during difficult times or stressful times. Though his beautiful colors and happy characters, he encourages us to look for happiness and creativity in everyday life. One of the most exciting parts of Murakami's flowers is the color. The petals are often arranged like a rainbow, following the color of orders on the color wheel. Bright reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues, and purples work together to create a joyful and energetic feeling. Artists can also experiment with different color combinations, such as light and dark shades of the same color. similar colors placed together, like blue and greens, neighboring colors on the color wheel, opposite colors or complementary colors like red and greens or blue and oranges to create strong contrast and excitement. Now let's look at artworks filled with many smiling sunflowers together. These paintings are bright, busy, and full of energy, almost like a giant flower party. How are the flowers arranged? Take a close look at the artworks. How did Murakami organize all the flowers? The flowers often spread across the entire page, filling almost every space. This creates a fun and exciting flower explosion effect. Some flowers are big, some are medium, some are small. The larger flowers usually become the main focus to catch our attention first. Many flowers overlap each other, just like flowers growing closely together in a garden. This overlapping makes the artwork feel lively and dynamic. Murakami loves using bright and powerful colors. Multicolor combinations. Some artworks use many different colors together. Bright reds, greens, blues, and oranges. Yellows, pinks, purples, and more. These opposite or contrasting colors make the artwork feel energetic, cheerful, and eye-catching. In some of Murakami's artworks, he adds famous cartoon characters. This makes the artwork feel even more playful and exciting. The main character or flower is usually very large, so he becomes the center of attention. The background objects are smaller, helping the main subject stand out even more. This creates a clear main character and supporting background relationship, just like in cartoons or movies. Murakami mixes art, cartoons, and imagination to create a colorful world full of fun. Later, Murakami even turned himself into a cartoon character in his artworks. But how is the cartoon version different from the real artist? The cartoon version has simplified shapes or features. Some parts are exaggerated, like larger eyes, funny expressions, or unusual proportions. The artwork also looks very flat, without realistic shadows or 3D effects. This technique helps the character feel more expressive, playful, and easy to recognize. Murakami also created flower characters with bodies and personalities, turning them into storytelling characters. One famous example is the parent and child flower. In this artwork, the large flower represents the mother. The small flower represents the child. The bright colors and exaggerated shapes show the close and loving relationship between parents and children. The bright flower looks protective and caring, while the small flower appears sweet, playful, and delicate. Through these smiling flower characters, Murakami reminds us about love within families, caring for one another, and the importance of parent-child relationships. This picture shows some of Murakami's sunflowers with different expressions. Which one do you like the most? Murakami's smiling flowers are not only found in museums, they can also be seen in everyday life. You might spot them on clothes and sneakers, backpacks and phone cases, toys and posters, stickers, keychains, and even store decorations. Their bright rainbow colors and happy smiling faces make people feel cheerful, energetic, and full of positivity. These flowers remind us to look for happiness and hope in everyday life. Murakami's smiling flowers are more than just cute decorations. They combine art, imagination, fashion, happiness, and creativity. Through his colorful flowers, Murakami shows us that art can make people smile, feel hopeful, and see the world in a brighter way. Thank you so much for watching another Brush and Beyond art history video. Stay tuned for our next art history videos and an art activity inspired by this artist.